skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's Just Two Movies.
Welcome back to another episode of It's Just Two Movies. My name's Daniel King. Birdman's here. He's
Hi.
back. He's back. He's here all. Yeah.
I'm back.
How you been, man?
I'm here a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Sometimes I'm not.
Sometimes you're also not here. That's true. How you been, brother?
Good.
Good.
Since I saw you last week, right? Didn't we do the show last week?
Wait.
I think we did.
We did.
I think we did.
Oh, we did from Dust. We did Snatch, and from
Snatch
Dusk Till
and-
Dawn 2, Texas Blood Money.
That's right.
Texas
butt money.
Texas butt honey.
This is a different episode.
This is a different episode, yeah. If you're not familiar with the show, we watch a good movie and then a bad movie, and we find something in common with them. And
Most of the time.
Yeah, most of it. Something, even if it's benign. Anyway, so this week we're watching Sound of Metal.
It's my pick.
Birdman's pick.
Yeah.
And I had seen this not all that long ago. I mean, it's not that old of a movie. So, shortly after it came out, I saw a couple reviews, and a couple months went by, and I was like, I need to watch that. Need to watch that. And then one day I did.
Yeah. Same. I watched it not too long after it came out because it was streaming on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So The Sound of Metal is a 2019 drama/music film of 2-hour runtime. Released here in the U.S. November 20th, 2020. Directed by Darius Marder. Stars Riz Ahmed, Olivia Cook, Lauren Riddoff, Paul
Rossi?
Paul Rossi? Racy, maybe?
It's either
Yeah.
Rossi or Racy. Yeah.
Dakota Johnson's in this?
No, she was originally supposed to be Lou. Where are you pulling this up from?
Gotcha. It's just on Google. It has her cast, but not like it doesn't give her like who she played. And I'm like, I don't think she was in it because there's not very many people in this.
She was originally supposed to play Lou, which Olivia Cook played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a couple other people that make some short appearances, but that's pretty much your cast. I'd say most of this movie is Riz Ahmed, Olivia Cook, and Paul Racy. Or Rossi, however you say it.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it.
I'm going to go with Rossi. That sounds...
Rossi?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Rossi would be 2 C's, though. I don't know. Either way, he was delightful.
Lauren Ridloff.
Mm-hmm.
She's also in it a bit. She would be the fourth build, whatever. Yeah. She's great. So yeah, like you said, directed by Darius Marder. Also did this. Sorry,
I skipped a thing.
Yeah,
it's got 7.7 out of 10 on IMDb, 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, 82% on Metacritic.
Yes. So as I was saying, written and directed by Darius Marder. The screenplay also by Abraham Marder. I guess that's his brother, maybe? Cousin?
I don't know. Could be his great-grandfather.
Could be.
Grandpapa Abraham.
Story also by Derek Sion-France.
Okay. Cool, man. Yeah, I'm into it.
That's how I'm going to say it.
I like this movie.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm glad you like this movie.
Yeah.
Because I fucking love this movie.
What would you say it's about, though?
This movie is about a drummer that plays in a traveling metal duo who starts losing his hearing on tour.
Yeah.
That's kind of the...
Very rapidly.
Yeah. That's the deal.
Yeah.
Obviously other things happen, but if I were to explain it in one sentence...
That's a pretty solid one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's dig in here.
You want to dig in?
Yeah, absolutely. Even in the opening scene, there's something about this movie reminds me of a Scorsese joint. You know what I mean? It's just kind of got a grittiness to all of it.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean? All of it does. All of it has a texture. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I understand what you mean.
Yeah, visually speaking. I like it.
Yeah.
I like the look of it. It just, it looks really sharp.
So the film opens with Riz Ahmed and Olivia Cook. They are playing a show. Like I said, they're a metal duo. They're also a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Riz Ahmed plays the drums. His girlfriend, Olivia Cook, plays...
She does some other stuff.
She plays the guitar and yells
right
into a mic.
Yeah.
Did you notice that Riz Ahmed is playing a left-handed drum kit?
I did not.
Yeah, I picked up on that.
I did not recognize the
So
left-handed
normally,
kit.
if most drummers play, they're right-handed. Maybe not their specific orientation, but they play with their right hand, which means when they hit the hi-hat, that's which hand they use.
Yeah,
with
that's
Riz,
what I do.
Yeah, exactly. But with Riz, he's got a left-handed kit, so his hi-hat is to the right of him, and he's hitting it with his left hand.
Okay.
So he's playing a left-handed kit. I just thought that I didn't notice that the first time I watched it.
That's a good detail. I would have just been like, it's a weird way to put your drums. I wouldn't have made the connection that he just was.
And that doesn't mean
his kit was left-handed.
Right. That doesn't necessarily mean he's left-handed as far as his writing or whatever. Maybe that's just how he learned. I don't know.
Yeah.
Interesting little tidbit there.
And he's got some chops.
Yeah, he's got some chops. He's all right.
Yeah, he's all right.
But he actually did practice.
Tell you this, he's the stronger part of the band. Yeah, by a landslide.
He actually did practice everything in this movie. He learned. He learned how to play the drums. He learned how to sign.
That's cool.
He learned all of it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So they're playing a set. They're living that van life.
Mm-hmm.
They're on tour. I like their RV though, by the way.
Dude, their RV is badass, man. It's super badass. I don't know. It's got like a jet stream look to it.
Yeah.
Like the old like the old metal like
40s,
bullet
50s.
40 like the metal bullet shaped ones that are like the pull behinds.
Yep.
It's got that kind of vibe to it, but it's a full on RV.
Yeah, exactly. And it's long as hell. Like,
oh dude, it's huge, man.
For two people, seems like a lot, but I dig it.
Comfy place, you know what I mean?
They have all their stuff in there.
Yeah.
All their equipment, recording equipment.
Right.
It's a nice setup. After they play the show, their first show or whatever, I noticed that I'm gonna call her Lou. I'm gonna go by the film names.
Okay.
Lou and Ruben.
Okay.
I noticed that Lou had some cuts on her arm. Did you see that? I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's pretty clear there in the beginning.
Right.
So she cuts herself.
She had been,
right,
yeah.
or had been in
yeah.
the past, yeah. But I like their relationship early on. You can just tell that these are two people that really care about each other.
They're very much in love. Yeah,
Yeah.
They're a lovely couple.
Yeah. They dance to some This Love by the Commodores.
He's like, he wakes her up and he's like, hey, I made a shake for you. You're going to hate it.
You're going to fucking hate it.
Yeah, he's like, it's disgusting.
It's
Get up.
disgusting.
It's good for you, though. Get up.
He does cook a pretty good looking breakfast there.
It didn't look bad,
I was
man.
like, I'd eat that.
Yeah.
I don't know about the shake, but...
That's just like, wake up, work out,
yeah,
have a shake,
mm-hmm.
fiddle with your music equipment a little bit, cleaning it up, you know.
Yeah.
Make some, bust out some brekkie. Couple of shakes,
do a little dancing,
Wake up the old lady. It is a peaceful life, and then just fucking beat the shit out of the skins that night or drive. You know what I mean?
Right.
That doesn't sound like a bad gig.
So we get some scenes of them traveling. You learn their band name is Blackgammon. Yeah, almost like backgammon, I guess.
But it's Blackgammon.
You see them setting up some merch for the next show, and all of a sudden, Riz, Ruben Ahmed. I said I was gonna do it.
Ruben Ahmed.
Ruben starts immediately losing his hearing.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And I love the way they do this in this film. You almost hear what he doesn't.
Right. Yeah, man, it's fucking.
It's such a weird. I would freak the fuck out if that happened, dude.
I would freak out so hard, man. Like,
as musicians, I think you know what I mean, because we kind of relate to that.
Yeah. As this movie goes, I gotta say, man, the strongest thing about this whole movie is, bar none, how convincing it is to watch Riz Ahmed just get his fucking heart, hopes, and dreams absolutely fucking shattered time after time after time.
Yeah.
And man, he's so convincing. And like, you're like, oh man, that poor fucking guy. I would be losing my shit.
Yeah.
It's really good. Just really, really good done. He's great.
He's so good, man. This is one of the best performances I've ever seen. Like, I feel like I say that a lot, but it really, really, like, he is that character.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He plays it so well.
I got some goose pimples watching it, you know.
I did too. That's what I was going to say. Like,
it's really good.
Both times. Got them goose pimples. All right.
It's funny every time. We normally would call it goosebumps. It's just it's a show joke. Don't even worry about it.
So he wakes up, still has no hair.
Put a little makeup.
Put a little makeup. Grab the keys. Why'd you leave the keys upon the table, Danny?
Yeah.
You wanted to.
Yeah. You wanted to.
All right. Like I said, he wakes up, still has no hearing. He plays the drums again. Like they play another show, right?
Yeah.
Is this after he goes to the pharmacy?
That's after he goes to the doctor, yeah.
So he goes to the pharmacy. He gets the help of the pharmacist. The pharmacist refers him to a doctor. The doctor tells him his hearing is like 20% in the 20% range for each ear.
Oh, yeah. Which is like 24 and 26.
Yeah.
Bad.
Very bad.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's just going to get worse.
Yeah. He's like, the hearing you've lost, it is irreversible.
It's not coming back. Yeah.
Right. Whew, man, that would be hard to hear.
Oh. Easy there, Dad. The doctor tells him about, so how do you pronounce this? Is it coecular or coecular? The implants or whatever?
I don't know. Do you have it written down?
Yeah, it's COCHLEAR. I think it's coecular.
LER.
But I could be wrong.
Because it looks kind of like cochlear. Cochlear. Yeah, cochlear.
So the doctor tells him about cochlear implants that are $40,000 to $80,000.
Ooh.
And he's like, Riz is like, do you have those in stock? Like it's just a thing that he's like,
let me get one.
Yeah. He's like, well, I mean, I'm not a surgeon. I mean, he doesn't say that, but you kind of get the idea.
Right. So these implants, just so everybody's on the same page, they don't actually allow him to hear again.
No.
They trick his brain into hearing, quote unquote, like would be the easiest way to explain it.
They basically, they trick your brain into hearing, but it's such a strange, like, the way it comes in, and we'll get to that in a bit. But
yeah.
One thing I do want to mention, this film got wrong. The doctor tells him that the cochlear implants are not covered by insurance, which is not true.
They are covered by
They
insurance.
are covered by almost all insurances in the world.
Gotcha.
I looked that up and I was like, that's kind of weird.
Maybe not in Kansas. I don't know, wherever they're at.
Fucking Kansas,
Because one time he's like, yeah, we're in Missouri. And I was like, hey!
Yeah. Well, I think they are in Missouri when it happens.
Oh, boo.
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 They're in Bonne Terre.
They're probably in the east side. That's technically not Missouri.
So the doctor tells him to preserve his hearing, which Riz does not listen.
No.
He plays drums again. During the set, he freaks out.
He just gets up and walks off because he's beating them as hard as he absolutely can, and they're getting quieter and quieter.
Oh, man. It really...
It's hard. It's heart-wrenching, man. It's hard to watch. Him go deaf.
Yeah. And because it makes me think about me playing music as a young adult and not wearing ear protection.
Right.
For the majority of the time that I played music, which was a...
What's that?
What's that? What'd you say?
Come again?
It's a dumb decision.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking scary, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to latent hearing loss.
Right.
So I tend to listen to things at a more reasonable volume now. Subtitles.
Right.
Yeah.
I try to, but man, when I listen to certain music, I'm just like, oh, I gotta crank that up.
If it's not on 11,
it's not. You're not listening.
Are you even listening to it? My radio goes up to like 60. Gotta crank that shit to 11.
In the S10. All right. So at this point, we learn that Ruben is an addict.
Yes.
Because his girlfriend Lou, she calls his sponsor.
Hey, yo, Lou.
Hey, Lou. We got a problem.
Yep.
Lou calls his sponsor, and we learn that...
What's his sponsor's name? Played by a phone.
Played by a man on a phone.
Yep. His
name, I do not recall, and I don't think
Hector.
I wrote it down. Hector. There you go.
Yep.
You got it. Hector sets up there's a shelter. There's a rural. I hate that word.
Me too. Rural.
There's a rural
shelter
for deaf recovering addicts that he sets Ruben up with. And like she said, or we were talking about earlier, they're in Missouri.
That is a very specific shelter.
It is.
Yeah.
It really is. I don't know if that exists. Maybe it does. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's other journalists out there that if you find their articles, let us know. Don't send me the article. Just tell me if it is or isn't.
Tell me if it's a thing.
At it's just two movies at gmail.com.
Hey.
At it's just two movies on Twitter and Instagram. Leave a like if you could, in-app or wherever. Anywho, yeah, so he goes deaf and they're going to this community thing. He's fucking not happy about it.
No. And you can already,
because he's in denial.
Yeah, you already get the sense of the kind of person that Ruben is. Obviously, we just learned he's an addict. He makes very rash decisions.
Oh, yeah. Very rash, emotional decisions.
He's impatient.
Yep. He's manic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like you said, they get to the shelter. They meet Joe, played by Paul. What did we decide on there? Rossi?
Paul Rossi.
Rossi?
I guess.
Rossi?
That's what I decided on.
That's what I decided on. This guy is great in this film.
Yeah.
What do you think?
He really was incredible.
So he actually his parents were deaf. I looked this up. So this actor's parents were actually deaf in real life. He was in Vietnam. He didn't lose his hearing in Vietnam, but he knows sign language.
Because his parents
are deaf.
Okay.
He's what they call a CODA, which is a child of deaf adults?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. He just does such a great job in this film.
Yeah, he seems like a real good fucking dude.
Yeah.
So he's like, she can't stay here with you. Your RV cannot stay here. That shit don't fly here.
That's part of the deal.
We can help you, but that's part of the deal. No contact with the outside world. No phones, no keys, no...
Yeah.
None of that shit. And he's like, all right, well, I guess we're out. Peace out. See you later.
See you, dude.
Come on, babe. And then she convinces him to go back.
Right. Which is really heartbreaking.
It really is. The way
this happens.
It shakes out.
Yeah. She doesn't have much of a choice but to go back to Paris, I believe. Is where her father lives. She doesn't really have anywhere else to go. Yeah, it's just heartbreaking watching them leave each other.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of promise each other we're going to get back to each other,
Right.
But she's like, you have to go back to this community. You have to get help. And he does. And it's difficult for him because he doesn't know. He's going deaf.
He doesn't know any sign language. Can't really communicate with anybody there.
And he is just a very impatient person.
Yeah.
But Joe helps him out. He helps him out a lot. He takes him to, I believe it's a school for deaf children to learn sign language, or is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got several classes to learn sign language. Yeah, I don't know. I this whole bit is just really peaceful.
The whole time the montage of him being at that place.
Yeah.
Is beautiful.
Yeah.
It really is. I like the first montage, it's just his first day there. And at the end of the day, you can tell it's real weird. It's super awkward. They have AA. They do the whole thing. And he's like, nobody can hear me. My name's Ruben.
It's so hard to communicate.
Yeah. So he's having a really hard time. And then they sit down for dinner at the end of the day. And the camera's like zoomed in where it's like over Ruben's shoulder. And you're not hearing anything. Like maybe the faintest little noises or whatever. And he's just sitting there, eating dinner, looking around and stuff. And then the camera pans out further, like out from the whole table, and you can see everybody.
And then you hear everything.
And it is the noise of like people eating dinner and like having a conversation. There are no words though.
Right.
It's a bizarre sound, but it is just people hungrily eating dinner, like forks clacking and stuff, because there's like 15 people around this table, and like meat slapping because everybody's like patting each other and using.
Well, they're signing.
They're signing and doing all this stuff. So it's this weird, like, like nutsacky flappy sound, and ferocious feasting,
Right.
without any words or like snarls or anything. I don't know. It's just it's a scene, and I was like, whoa. I'm like, what's weird about this? And I sat there, I looked at it, I was like, just enamored with that shot from over his shoulder to zoomed out from the table. I was like, man, that's badass.
Yeah.
It's really grab you by the face and go, look at this shit.
Yeah, this is life for, I mean, that's their life.
Yeah, it's good perspective, I guess.
And a lot of those people are actually from the deaf community. I read they hired a lot of actors specifically from the deaf community to play in this film, which I thought was great. There's a point where Ruben, there's a couple points where he's sneaking up to this computer, even though he's not supposed to be.
No, naughty Ruben.
Naughty Ruben boy. He's using this computer to check his email, to see what Lou's up to.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, she's performing solo
in France. Yeah.
And it's just like her on the ground with a mic and some pedals.
Yeah.
It's strange.
Yeah.
And he's like, and even he's like, what the fuck is this? Like, he's pissed. And I think this kind of makes up his mind to, like, I have to get back to her. You know what I mean? I have to do whatever I can.
That's his attachment. And that's what the other guy said. He's like, you need to get rid of all those attachments if you want to learn how to live the rest of your life.
Not with this.
Right.
Which is with his voice.
With this.
But with this.
Yeah, your mind.
Your mind. You've got to learn how to sign, learn how to communicate again. Let me see. I lost my spot here.
The next thing I have is the writing room.
There we go. Go ahead. So
the next thing I have is the writing. So stop. The next thing I have is the writing room, where he's talking to Joe, and Joe's like trying to convince him of a thing, and Ruben, he's stubborn and negative Nancy.
Yeah, because that's who he is.
Because he's just in denial and he's being a crybaby. And I would be a huger crybaby.
Right.
But that is still what he's doing regardless. So Joe's like, I got a job for you. You like to get up early?
An assignment.
I got an assignment for you. You like to get up early? And he's like, yeah, whatever. He's like, all right, how about 5:30? That early enough for you? And he's like, whatever, man. He's like, okay, 5.
I was like, God damn,
motherfucker. This guy gets up hella early. He's like, I'll have food waiting for you and coffee, and I'll have an office for you. And in that office, there's going to be a pencil and some paper, or pen and some paper. He's like, and I just want you to write.
No drawing.
He's like, no. He's like, just want you to go in this room and sit.
Mm-hmm.
When you can't sit anymore, pick up your pen and paper and write. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be messy. It can be neat. It can not even make sense. It doesn't even have to be coherent words. Just write. No drawing.
Yeah.
And then when you've gotten it all out, sit quietly again. And that's it.
Yeah.
That's all he wants him to do. And if you need me, you come find me in my office. I'll be writing too. And it's a foreshadowing scene to later when I'm just going to go ahead and spoil it. It's not really a spoil. It's just what he's talking about later when he's like, have you ever had any moments of silence in that room where you just sit and everything's right with the world and it's just quiet and beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was trying to teach him to do.
That's what I'm trying to get you to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he knows. He has Ruben figured out, I think, from the start. It's not hard to figure him out. But the first time Ruben goes into the room with his coffee and his donut, he fucking smashes his donut like twice. Yeah. He smashes it once,
and then he puts it
back together,
and
smashes it again.
Yeah, right.
Like, god damn, dude!
Just starts screaming in there and shit.
Yeah, man.
He's like, "Fuck! You just want me to sit in this room?
Gonna go fucking crazy."
Yeah, he does pretty quick. No time.
He learns and he adjusts. He starts fitting in. Everyone starts liking him. The scene where he's teaching the kids how to drum a bit. Yeah, that was unscripted. So
really?
That was kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
They're all
just got buckets and drumsticks.
Yeah, they're all in the circle. They've got buckets and drumsticks, and He's just trying to kind of teach him how to keep a beat or whatever.
Mhm.
That was unscripted. I thought that was pretty cool. Eventually, Joe offers Ruben a job at the community. Stay here, work here. Everyone likes you. Ruben's made up his mind, though.
He's got to get back to Lou.
He's got
He's got to get back to Lou.
He's got to get back to Lou. In his hot dogs.
In France.
In France.
Get one of them crepes.
So he starts selling off all of his shit.
Yep.
He sells the van for like $26,000.
Dude, he got fucking robbed on every, and you never see what he got for all the music equipment. But I guarantee you, if he got 26 large for that RV, he got fucked on everything.
Well, that's what I was kind of trying to think about is if the implants are $40,000 to $80,000, let's say he just got to $40,000.
Okay.
If he got $26,000 for the van or for the RV, all of that other shit had to have at least $20,000.
Yeah, man, he had a ton of music, like nice shit too.
But he did, so maybe he did get a fair price for it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some of it he smashed up.
Some of
Remember
it,
that?
Oh shit, I forgot about him smashing the fuck out of a bunch
Something,
of it.
yeah.
What a dumbass. Look, I've been frustrated before, and I've wanted to break stuff, and I have been frustrated, and I have broken stuff. Never broken anything expensive, though.
In here, like, you wouldn't dare.
No, I would. No, this is not the angry room. This is the happy fun time room.
Exactly.
And that's it.
Where we look at guitars on walls, and there's
Yeah.
drums over here, and
Yeah.
we can have a good time.
You play them. It's fun. It's fun stuff.
Right.
So, you.
Oh,
No, you.
no, you go.
Oh, you first.
You should. Do you want?
Is that? Do you want this donut? Just put it back together.
Did you hear me fight there?
Yeah. It's a good fight.
All right.
Hey, Lo.
Hey, Lo, did you hear that? So Ruben has the surgery. He goes ahead with this.
Yeah.
Sells all of his shit. He has the surgery. This is another thing I kind of looked up. They just kind of like sent him along his way. That's not what would happen.
I would imagine they have to keep, because it's like they cut open your skull
twice.
Yeah, yeah.
On each side.
You gotta. You gotta
stay.
You gotta stay for that. They can't just be like, all right, well, don't
come back in 4 weeks.
Don't stand up too fast.
Right.
And get the hell out of here.
I think that's the only issue with this film is that I still love this movie. I fucking love this movie. I really do. There's just so much to it.
Mm-hmm.
They have to kind of cram it in together and make it seem like it happened in over 3 or 4 month
right
time period.
Cost of doing business.
But it's a movie,
right?
Yeah. If this were a TV show, maybe a little different, but then you'd have to add more storyline. Would it still be interesting? I don't know.
Yeah.
So he has the surgery. He's told that he has to come back in 4 weeks, I think, for activation. He goes back to Joe, and this is another just heartbreaking scene.
Yeah, it really is.
Where he informs Joe that
that guy that plays Joe is fucking amazing. Is why his disappointed face made me feel bad. I didn't even fucking do nothing.
Not in the movie.
Yeah, not even in this. I was like, oh man,
oh, man, Joe's upset.
Oh man, fuck. Like I really let him down.
Just kicking dirt.
Right. Shit. Shucks, Joe. I'm sorry.
Shucks. It's fucked up though, because he informs Joe of his decision. Hey, I had the surgery. I've got to get back to Lou. I sold my van. By the way, can I have some money?
And can I stay here for 4 weeks?
Oh my god, dude.
And what's Joe got to tell him? Obviously, because essentially he's running a rehabilitation facility.
Yeah.
No,
dude.
You.
And he's upset.
You shit the bed. Like, why would you do this?
And he tells him, you know what you sound like from this side of the table?
You sound like an addict. Yep.
And he does.
Yeah.
Hey, man, can I get some money and a place to stay for 4 weeks? Because I spent $40,000, sold all my shit and spent $40,000 on a surgery that isn't even that great.
No, his results are very underwhelming.
And I wonder I wonder about that surgery, the cochlear surgery, and if that's what people actually hear when they have it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It sounds like a high pitched distortion,
like a radio static,
like you're
Like a a dial radio.
Yeah, like you're tuning into different stations.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Just more distorted and high pitched.
Yeah.
It's not good.
And obviously awful when you're out in traffic or fucking
God. Anywhere in public. Like if you're just having a conversation with one person, it didn't sound that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, you go anywhere in public and it's like, what the fuck?
Right.
Overload.
Yeah, I fucking bet so. Can't really hear music.
All right. I think at this point he goes to Paris, right? He goes to Paris.
Riz in France.
And Lou
to see Lou with his fancy new implants and that sound like shit.
Sound like shit. And she's definitely not expecting him. He meets her dad first.
And Dad, not a fan. He's
not a fan of Ruben.
Very clearly was like, oh, I'm glad you're here so you can fuck off forever.
I mean, he tells him how he felt about him in the beginning, but he's like, now I appreciate you.
Because you've driven my daughter home to me.
He doesn't say that, but that's what he's...
Yeah, he's like, what can I do? He's like, there's no way she'll come back now.
Yeah.
But then you happened.
Right.
And now she's back home.
Yeah.
So
and
thank you.
Now I appreciate you.
Yeah. Appreciate you because you're a fucking piece of shit. Is what he's saying. I appreciate you're so shitty. That's what he's saying. I'm not agree with him. That's fucking that's an awful thing to say to somebody.
I don't think Ruben takes it like that. Because Ruben's not very smart.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no, I'm with you. I don't think I think it goes right over his head and he's just like, oh, cool, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
cool.
I appreciate that.
I'm glad that we're getting along now.
Yeah. So Lou comes home. They catch up a bit, but her dad's having a party. It's his birthday. And at the party...
Speaking of catch up a bit, cleans up mighty nice.
Who?
Lou? From her like from weird her blonde with dyed eyebrows and yeah,
she looked weird in the beginning, man.
Yeah, blonde eyebrows make anybody look a little weird. Like
it's true. Should we try it?
It just makes it look like you don't have eyebrows, which most people have eyebrows. It's how they work for expressions. And, oh, shock and surprise, and ooh, a furrow that bad boy,
furrow that brow. Yeah, so at the party, Ruben is distant. Obviously,
yeah,
his implants, he's just unable to communicate well. He's having trouble hearing, obviously.
What he's hearing is like 4.5 hours of pure audio nightmare.
Yeah.
that he cannot turn down.
Like, it makes me anxious listening to what he's hearing.
Me too, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's trying to fake have conversations with people. He's like, what's that?
What's that?
I'll say, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna
fuck off for like 20 minutes.
I'm gonna fuck off for a bit.
I'm gonna sit over here and smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
You guys do your thing.
Yeah, real super awkward. And after the party, they're snuggling in bed or whatever, and she's got this thing where she's like scratches herself where she used to cut.
Yeah.
And
the reason she's doing that is because he's adamant about, we got to get back on tour, we got to get back in the studio, we got to get back to what we do.
It makes her anxious.
And it makes her anxious because she doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
These people have been apart for months.
Yep.
I assume. And they've lived different lives and they've went on their separate paths. And I think that's just how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he's like, he realizes that
pretty soon,
he's the cause of her anxiety and she actually would benefit from him not being in her life.
Yeah.
And he's just like, it's okay.
He understands.
It's okay. They just kind of break up right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking sad.
Time to move on. Next chapter, in his life. None of that's there for him anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How weird would that be?
But that's the thing, is he doesn't have anything else. And he's in Paris.
Right. Or any money.
Or an
RV. He's got nothing.
Yeah.
He's got nothing. So he goes for a little stroll in old Paris.
Yep.
And he's sitting down and he's like watching some kids skateboard, and the fucking sound is awful. He's just listening to awful fucking.
And he hears a bell, a church bell,
a bell made of metal. The Sound of Metal.
Oh, Daniel.
Oh, looky there.
Look at you cheeky boy.
Look who picked up on a thing they hung a lantern on. The Sound of Metal. Anyway, the bell's super fucking loud. It's driving him nuts. He takes out his implants, and he looks at the kids skateboarding again, and then looks at the trees, and it's beautiful outside, and he has one of those moments of peace.
And it's just silent.
And he
doesn't hear anything.
And he has a moment of peace, like that Joe was talking to him about.
Yeah.
And then you roll credits.
Then it ends.
Yeah, then it's over.
I have chills right now.
Yeah,
just from you explaining it.
It's really good, man. It's really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I love about art, man. When you find something that can move you like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful.
And for the people that make that stuff, every day they roll out of bed and go to work, I'm glad they do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's amazing, man. I love that. What an amazing medium.
Right. It's awesome. Makes me want to put something out there.
I guess we're
a thing. Well, I guess we're doing
this
that.
Is the least inventive thing.
Right.
It is fun, though.
It is fun.
Yeah.
And we're glad you're listening.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm very glad you're listening. In your ear holes. Or we should probably get transcripts. They'd be so fucking long, though.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if anybody's interested in reading the transcripts. I might look into having it done. But until then, sorry about you. Sorry, the Rubens of the world that can't listen to this podcast. You're not missing anything.
Right.
Just let you know.
Just two people.
And movies.
Also
at the same time.
Just two of them.
What? How many ear thumbs would you give this?
What's the rate? Is that the rating system on this?
We could do ear thumbs. We could do drum thumbs. We could do
drum thumbs.
Grown woman crawling on the floor screaming thumbs.
I say we do. Wonder what kind of RV that was.
Airstream 345 motorhome, according to the spokesman review. And for those of us who love RVs, you'll also see an excellent supporting performance by a vintage Airstream 345 motorhome.
Okay, so...
What was it? Airstream what?
Airstream 345 motorhome for sale.
So if you had 10 thumbs...
that were all 345 Airstreams for sale? Yeah, this one, 65 grand.
Woo!
Yeah, that's why I was like, he got fucked hard on that. I bet I hadn't looked it up or anything, but I was like, that's got to be almost 80 grand. But like, that thing's fucking huge.
You have to think of where he's at and how hard it is to sell that, I guess.
Who's got $26 in cash?
Right. That guy.
That
bought it.
Yeah.
And it was crazy. We didn't mention this, but he even offered the guy. He's like, hey, here's the deal. You're going to give me $26,000, but I have the
opportunity.
I have the opportunity to come back in 8 weeks or whatever and buy it back plus 10%.
Yeah. And the guy's like, all right. And the guy tries to haggle with him, and he's like, look, man, I'm deaf. I can't fucking hear you, so let's take it or leave it. That's a negotiation tactic if I've ever seen one. That's great.
You're like, all right, man, a deal, I guess.
Yeah, sure, fuck it.
So if you had 10 thumbs, and each one was an Airstream 345 motorhome.
Okay.
How many thumbs would you give this film?
Oh, 975.
Woo. Ooh.
975.
Ooh.
It's really close.
Yeah.
It's really, really, and I'm splitting hairs.
Same.
I think the only reason I don't give it a 10 is because I hate his band. I was watching it again. I was like, I remember this not being good. Like, not good stuff. And I'm like, this is fucking awful. Like, make it stop.
The music is not good.
And then he went deaf, and I was like, whew.
Thank
God.
Thanks, science.
Woo-hoo.
What do you think that's actually metal music? Like,
I don't know. I would say that's got to be some kind of. That's not even grunge. What's like grungier than grunge?
Right.
It's not.
Sludge.
It's not metalcore. Is sludge?
There is a genre called sludge, but I don't even think it's that.
Is sludgecore
like sludge metal?
Metal.
Sludge metal is a genre.
Okay, I bet that's what it is. Sludge metal.
Yeah, I feel like it's just so.
It's more whiny though.
Yeah, I feel like it's just so like Hollywood was like, hey, look at that. That's metal. And you're like, no, it's not.
Yeah, it's not. It's not.
You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just us being picky because we're musicians. I just don't like the music.
No, it's not.
I wish they would have done more with it.
Some of the drumming stuff's okay.
Some of the drumming stuff is kind of cool.
It would have been cool, though, if they were like, what if you guess were decent?
I think
guess that's true. Is like Olivia Cooke doesn't have to learn how to play a guitar to do that.
Yeah. But
she has to learn one chord and how to hit open strings.
And yell.
Without palm muting them and just like yell. Yeah. Not even screaming. It's just yelling like, hey! Look at me! It's fucking really bizarre.
I think I'm going to have to agree with you on the 975, though. I know we're kind of like shitting on the music, but...
No, the movie is
what's
outstanding.
Is the movie. And
if I liked the music at all, like even a little bit, I would probably be... that would probably put me
put you at a 10. Yeah. Man,
because there is one bit where he's just like playing the drums. It's when he's in the RV by himself. He's deaf now.
Yeah,
he like can barely hear anything at all, and he's like, "When's the last time I hearing? Fuck it." And he just beats the holy dog shit out of those drums.
Yeah,
and he's pretty good. He's pretty good.
I like some of the double kick stuff that he's doing.
Oh yeah,
and you can kind of like the camera pans out and you get to hear it from outside the RV. I don't know. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I really love this movie.
I love that scene actually when they pan to outside, or it goes to the shot that's outside the RV, like with the sunset in the background, and you can see him through the windows and shit.
You see the cymbal, and then you hear the cymbals, and he's like just beating the shit out. Yeah, that's a good scene. Yeah, great movie, man.
Yeah, really fun, really fun.
Let's watch something that's probably not fun.
It looks fun.
It does look fun.
So you sent me the trailer for it. I infamously do not watch trailers for the bad movies, but you had piqued my curiosity. So I watched about 15 seconds of this trailer, and I was like, I will jump off a building if we do not watch this movie. So we're going to watch Turbulence 3.
Not 1 or 2.
Heavy metal. But we haven't seen 1 or 2 either, so I don't even know. I'm assuming there's an airplane, and I know I saw a guy wearing shitloads of face paint, and there appeared to be some hacking going on.
Yeah. So our connection is heavy metal music.
Yeah.
I know, we're not doing too well this week.
No.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like it. So I'm all in on it.
Yeah. We're going to go watch this movie and have a few drinks.
Yep.
We will be back, baby.
We will be back, baby. Hey, my name's Daniel King from It's Just Two Movies, the podcast.
And my name's Birdman from It's Just Two Movies podcast.
It's the same podcast. And we're here to talk to you today about Brown Mattress. Brown Eco mattresses are the most environmentally friendly mattresses on the planet.
Well, actually, Brown mattresses have a carbon footprint of less than 0.
That's fucking amazing. So Brown Mattresses has actually worked with the sewage waste distribution companies and have made a actual, like, organic, lighter than air fabric made out of fecal matter, which is absolutely incredible. And you know what? It will turn your night's sleep around like that.
Really? I've got to get a Brown mattress.
Since I've got mine, look, okay, I'm not going to lie, they throw me some pretty fancy promotions because I'm also promoting the product, but they gave me a really good discount. So I went ahead and got the upgraded model that has the shitter stick that actually lifts you up, which, you know, I mean, like I snore when I sleep. If I lay flat, it's super loud. If I'm elevated a little bit, not so much. But with the shitter stick on the California king-size Brown mattress, I don't have that problem.
The one thing I really like about the Brown mattress is, with normal mattresses, you have to have that topper to really, some of that, the oils, the body's natural oils that seep through.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're talking about like a pillow top. On this, it's called the Brown Buffer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so comfortable.
Right.
Feather light.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is absolutely incredible.
Nothing will get through the Brown Buffer.
And nothing beats their warranty. Free plastic sheets with a mail-in rebate, up to $600 off your first purchase at Brown Mattress when you use promo code 2moviespod. Browntown mattresses start out at just $22.
For $44, I've never slept so well.
Use promo code 2moviesbrowntown at browntownbuttholemattresses.com. Again, that's at browntownbuttholemattresses.org. Which is an obvious choice because why wouldn't you choose to save the planet? It is literally the most eco-friendly mattress on the face of the planet because it's just made from human excrement.
Right.
And what is excrement except an experiment?
It's so green. I love it.
It's so green, it's brown. Hey, also, you can download the Browntown app on your iPhone or on my Android to track your sleep pattern on your brown mattress.
Really?
Yeah.
How does it? So can you tell me a little bit about how it tracks your sleep?
Mostly with high fiber optics.
That's scientific. So what exactly are brown mattresses made of, though?
Mostly shit, various turds, some big fat logs of poo.
Leftover dog turds that you see on the sidewalk that someone didn't pick up like a fucking asshole.
And then ate and then shit out into human shit, that too.
Wow, that's very responsible.
Right. And that's why I'm down to get behind this product. Honestly, brown mattresses are going to change the world. And I want to be, I feel honored to be on the forefront of what they're putting forward. A comfortable night's sleep, because, we spend almost half our lives asleep.
Right.
A comfortable night's sleep with a shitter stick, like slightly propped up. It's great, man. This is just an amazing, versatile bed.
That's awesome. And everyone's different,
Yeah, everyone is different.
Brown mattress.
Just like you can get fecal mattresses made from different countries with different diets of fiber intake.
Right.
Yeah, so you can actually specify how fibrous you would like your brown mattress.
Exactly. Yeah, brown mattress, they really accommodate to everyone.
They really do. And the great thing about them is the unboxing experience. Oh my God. When you get that tiny little box that's shaped like a toilet and it just immediately smells like shit, like human shit, like hot, fresh shit. And then it starts to expand and like all of a sudden it's a king size mattress. It's pretty impressive.
Wow.
The best part is if you're not happy with your brown mattress, which won't happen, but if you aren't, Brown Mattress will actually come pick it up and cut it into pieces and flush it down your toilet. And every Brown Mattress, seriously, comes with a 5.5 night, no questions asked return guarantee.
Wow.
Right?
You won't find that anywhere else.
No, you won't. Most places will give you 100 nights.
Right. Like, I don't need 100 nights to know if I'm gonna.
No, I can tell in a few. In 2 or 3, I can tell if I'm gonna like sleeping on this shit mattress.
Right. Here's my question, Dana. Have
Yeah.
you ever had any accidents while sleeping on the brown mattress?
No, I never have. It literally puts a chip inside your brain where you won't like piss or shit yourself while you're sleeping in it. It's a tentacle. It's like, have you ever seen the Matrix?
Oh, the movie.
Yeah, the movie The Matrix. It's one of those, but it's made out of human shit. It's dry. It's sanitary. I just want to make sure that comes across. This is not like liquid human shit or like a wet turd mattress. This is a dried, fibrous, compacted. It goes through a loom. They take care of all these. These mattresses are woven by artisan, handcrafted mattress sewists.
Are these beds shipped responsibly though?
Absolutely. They're packaged through Amazon, so you know that they're going to arrive with no problems. And also the fact that they are so compact and smell like shit for the unboxing experience. That's part of the reason that like most of them can actually fit inside your mailbox.
Wow.
Except for the California King.
Right, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
That one's like a doorstep delivery.
Yeah.
But no, the rest of them, even a queen-sized bed can fit inside your mailbox that's made out of human shit. Not your mailbox, but the actual mattress.
Damn, that's so cool.
I know. It's fucking amazing what they do with science.
I love brown mattresses.
I also am a big fan of brown mattresses, and I'm glad that they were able to give us this promo code again, which is promo code 2moviesbrown. 2moviesbrown. Again, that's 2moviesbrown, one word. And that can get you at least 98% off your first brown mattress. Offer good until March 5th of 2022. All right. Well, it's great to talk about sleepy time, but we should probably get back to the podcast. Brief interjection from your program. I just wanted to throw out a couple of special thanks for the folks that make this show possible. Big thanks to Brad Sexton for our jams, Lamplighter Productions for our artwork, Godsized Growing for some musical guest appearances, the Missouri T-Shirt Company, and Dave, who's our YouTube editor. We probably wouldn't even be on that platform were it not for him. If you want to check out anything any of these amazing people are working on, all of their links are in the description for this episode. If you want to contact the show, you can hit us up on Twitter or Instagram at It's Just Two Movies. We've got a Facebook page now, so that's on there. You can always leave us a comment on YouTube, or you can email us at itsjusttwomovies@gmail.com. Okay, yeah, and if you like the show, like, subscribe, leave us a review. That stuff helps tremendously. So anyway, back to the show. Back. We watched. We watched the weirdest. Just the weirdest. I guess like maybe the guy cutting all the audio for this kept having a stroke. But they just wouldn't take him to the hospital until he finished. This is a really weird mashup of stuff. We watched Turbulence 3 Heavy Metal. It's from 2001. It is a action disaster film, 1 hour, 38-minute runtime of solid gold.
It is a disaster.
It's got a 3.6 out of 10 on IMDb, a 6.9 out of 10 on Blu-ray.com.
What?
And a 5 out of 5 on eBay. 5 out of 5 rated seller.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
I don't know. These are just the things that pop up. How do you say that guy's name?
Mantegna?
Initial release May 13th, 2001. Directed by George Montesi. Stars, quote unquote, Joe Mantegna, John Mann, Gabriel Anwar, Rutger Hauer, Cha-Ching, Craig Schaefer, Monica
Schnare.
Monica Schnare?
Sure.
Doo-doo. And Michelle Harrison.
What about Zach Santiago?
What about him? What about Zach Santiago?
What about him?
And the cameraman whose eyes were really far apart.
Did you say Kendall Cross? Did you mention Kendall?
I don't know which ones.
I don't know who's who.
I really don't know who's who.
Screenplay by Wade Furley. Thanks, Wade.
Yeah, this is. I am not being facetious. I really enjoyed this. This is yeah. Did you not?
Not really.
No. With a constant 2.5 hour of roarous laughter.
2.5. It was an hour.
Well, okay. Well, it felt like
it did feel like
it felt like an eternity. So, what would you tell the good folks what's going on with this flick?
Terrorists hijack a plane and they're gonna fuck some shit up.
They're not Al Qaeda. They're Satanists.
They're Satanists though. Yeah, but they're still terrorists.
Yeah, they're using terror and murder.
I don't know. You can probably explain this better than I can.
All right, so you got a rock star. You got a rock star. His name is fucking. I'm gonna say this wrong a lot. His name is Slade Craven.
Slade Craven. What a name.
Slade Craven. And he's got a guy in his band that looks like a Sean Penn knockoff, but it's neither here nor there. You got this guy, he's a Marilyn Manson ripoff, is what he is.
Yeah.
He's a hardcore Marilyn Manson ripoff.
This is 2001.
2001.
So this is like peak Manson.
Big deal. It's like his farewell tour or whatever, his one last ride.
Oh, you're talking
He's
about
gonna do a
Slade Craven
Slade Craven
farewell tour.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
go ahead.
One more shot or
All right.
whatever it is. One final shot.
All right.
So he's gonna do a concert on an airplane, on a big gigantic airplane that has
747
that has a stage in it.
Yeah.
A 747 with a concert stage in it.
Yep.
And he's gonna live stream it.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah. And this is your one last shot. Not like an amphitheater you can get packed. A plane.
With that holds like however many people. 747 holds.
Yeah, it's pretty flimsy. Like
on this,
the story as to how they get to the plane, pretty kind of like just make it whatever.
Yeah, on this movie, I believe it says. So even if you don't give a shit about any of this, just look up Turbulence 3 Heavy Metal, and just look at the poster.
Yeah,
and
then when you're like, my God, I'm intrigued. Watch the trailer.
And then if you like that, might as well watch the movie.
Might as well buy the gold-plated Blu-ray disc version.
The collector's edition that doesn't exist.
Right.
What's funny about this is,
is everything.
Everything. But a 747 probably holds more than 40 people. But that's what the title says. It says, one killer, 40 hostages, 10 million internet viewers. Like, if this was his last performance, wouldn't he bring more than 40 people?
Right. Well, with internet and because it's being streamed via satellite, and then I'm assuming being uploaded to the internet as a live stream in 2001, they're like, oh my God, they shot that pilot. That happened 15 minutes ago. You know what I mean? It's about as live as you can get, but
right.
Still little late to the party. Yeah, they probably should have gotten any heavy metal music in this movie though, because it's called heavy metal. There is one kid that you're watching a bunch of kids in line. They're waiting to get
on the plane.
On the plane, yeah. Kid's got a boombox and he is listening to heavy metal, and that is the only heavy metal.
That's it.
That's the only heavy metal. It's like a 10-second. It's a 10-second clip.
5 second even maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only other music we hear throughout this entire thing, like when the band's playing, not the score for the film, but when the band's playing some of the background music, whatever, is like techno, industrial kind of.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I would say
I would definitely say industrial. It's got like a lot of synthy kind of sounds to it and shit. And
it's not metal. It's not heavy metal music.
It's not good either. I mean, if you're like wicked into Manson, I guess you might be like, this is all right.
Maybe, yeah. Because there is some, I guess the artist, what's his name? Slade Wilson? Slade Craven.
Slade Cream. Oh, Craven. Blade Craven.
Blade Craven this summer. If you're into...
Like, I'm not trying to throw shade at the guy, but I don't know if you can get an uglier motherfucker. He's a weird cat, man. The guy they got to play old Blade Raven.
Old Blade Raven. What was his name?
Who cares? Probably works at a Probably works at a Jimmy John's now or something.
Actually, he passed away.
Oh, went to that big hot topic in the sky. God,
holy
really
shit!
Getting some fucking zingers out here tonight.
The big hot topic in the sky. You are fucking ridiculous,
Woo,
sir.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
How do you want to dive into this pig?
Man, I like...
At all?
All right, here's all my notes, okay?
Yeah, uh-huh.
So not a ton. We already went over those. So this is what I got left. It's not a whole lot. I do wonder if in this world that maybe just nobody knows what heavy metal music is. So they're just like, it's all of that. Like, it's that weird techno, the other weird sound mixes. How do you describe the, like... All right, later there's a cop and a hacker guy. We'll get to that part in the story. But every time that they're on screen, they have the like background music.
It's like techno.
It's like techno
mixed with
Roseanne, like the kind of music they'd play in the background of Roseanne with the laugh track.
Yeah. Like the piano, some of the piano bits or whatever.
It's like yacht rock techno.
Yeah.
It's real weird, man.
It is strange.
And that's why I played that little interlude in the song, because there's a bit where they're like, but like they're playing the intro to that song and then they just keep playing it. They never play the song. They just play that little intro
we
bit.
can't really play this,
Right.
but you know what we're thinking.
Change a note in there. Just add the 7th. There you go.
All right. So, as we said, Slade Craven, which is the best name that anyone has ever had, I think.
Sure, yeah.
Slade Craven.
Slade Craven.
Have you ever heard anyone else with the name Slade?
Yes, in the Flintstones. Mr. Slade is Fred's boss.
Well, his last name is Slade, right?
I don't know.
Probably.
You know what kind of guy would be like, call me Mr. Danny? You know what I mean? No, please. Mr. Table is my father's name. Call me Mr. Slade. Slade Craven's pretty good. It sounds like a character from Darksiders. Is that the game?
The video game?
Darkside. Is it Darksiders or just Darkside?
I think it's Darksiders.
Yeah, Darkside. It sounds like the main character's name.
Yeah.
I bet his name is Slade Craven. Get fucked if you tell me that's not the main character's name in Darksiders. I've even played one of them and I don't remember what
I don't
name
either.
Is.
Yeah. As we said, he's playing a farewell concert on a 747. Immediately after this,
yeah, he is.
There's a weird shot of two people, and it's just their mouths.
Yeah, what was that about?
There's a shot of
because it's not particularly good either.
No, it's just going back and forth between two people talking, and just showing their mouth. Why? Just show their face talking.
Yeah, all of it.
All of it.
Yeah, maybe they were really high.
The cameraman.
They didn't want the red eyes or whatever. Or the cameraman's really high.
That's what I was going to say. The cameraman's like, oh, fuck, dude. What day is this?
Somebody just tapped him on the shoulder. He's like,
dude, zoom out.
Zoom in. She's got something in her teeth.
Hey, check that out.
Just fucking, just panning in, baby.
It's awful.
A little piece of romaine or...
So the FAA, they give the go-ahead for this flight, which would never happen.
Not in a million years.
No one's ever going to be like, hey, we've got a heavy metal band. They're going to do a show.
They're going to do a live concert in an airplane. No,
they're not.
No, they would not. Nope.
End of movie.
Yeah, it's over. Roll credits. It's just a bunch of disappointed fans like, oh
man, I paid $3,000 for this.
Right.
How much would you pay for that? Like say it was your favorite band.
My favorite heavy metal.
No, just
a band I would really like to see.
Your favorite band's playing on a 747. How much would you pay for that ticket?
I would pay at least $20 for someone else to take that ticket from me. Because that does not sound like my kind of gig. Wait, how long is the flight?
In the movie, I think they were going...
If the flight's like 3 hours, okay, yeah, I could do that.
It was a longer flight.
I'm not paying any amount of money for that, though. That would be like if somebody's like, hey, I bought you a ticket for this thing. But if it was to that band, I'd be like, you wasted your fucking money then.
What was the name? Did we ever learn the name of the band?
It was Slade Craven and the Cravenites. Slade Craven and the butt pimples, or I don't know what it was called.
The butt pimples.
Slade Craven and the eyeshadow.
Slade Craven and the potato salads.
And the potato salads. Oh, the deviled eggs. That's it.
Yes, that's
Slade Craven and the deviled eggs.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Because they're all about, this is like very like heavily like Satan worshipy.
Oh.
Like he fake kills people at his concerts, and that's part of why he's so controversial. He fakes murders.
On stage. Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa, look out.
Yeah. Ooh. Am I right, Kendrick Lamar? Is that who it was?
No.
Oh, damn it. Who was it? Pitbull? Was
Pitbull.
featuring Ludacris? Who was it? You know what I'm talking about? Is Kendrick Lamar a basketball player? Check out my rap album coming soon.
We are so out of touch with pop culture.
Who was it?
It's
Somebody
awesome.
had a concert. Somebody got like trampled to death at their concert.
Oh, man. Let's not talk about it.
Yeah, let's not.
All right. Whew. Man. This is a doozy. There's a hacker in this film.
And he's hacking, buddy.
And he is hacking away.
He's hacking into mainframes, which is pretty impressive if you know anything about hacking.
And what do you think? Is he a Josh Brolin knockoff or like a...
He's putting off some Josh Brolin vibes.
Yeah.
Say,
because you mentioned another name, and it's kind of a good mix between those two.
Yeah, who was it that I mean? Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke.
Yeah,
he looks.
You got a little Ethan Hawke. If Ethan Hawke and Josh Brolin had a butt baby, they'd be, it'd be that guy.
It'd be what was his name?
Hacker guy, John.
Hacker guy,
Rick. What was his name? The guy kept saying it.
Rick.
Hey, Tim.
Was it Tim?
I don't know.
I think it was. Oh, it was Nick. No, not
Nick. No, it was Nick.
It was Nick.
Yeah, it's that greasy motherfucker.
Craig Sheffer.
Yep, Craig Sheffer. Looking
Him.
a little rough these days, but no worse for the wear, I'm sure. Craig Sheffer, he's probably hacking into your bank accounts right now.
So we got a hacker, and he's doing stuff, and he's going to hack into the mainframe of the plane.
Yep, to interrupt the satellite feed, to hijack it for his own, so he can watch it for free.
I think so, because he's just a big...
he's just watching. Like, he's not doing anything else. He's just watching when she shows up.
Yeah, he's just a big Slade Craven fan.
Yeah, loves
you could
that.
call him a Cravenite.
You could call him a Craven head.
A Craven head. Yeah, I'm a big Craven head. What are you into? Anything besides that.
Anything else? Like, pick any other topic of conversation.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
You don't even, like, if he's on a date.
Yeah, right. I'm just gonna go, but sorry, it's it's just an emergency.
It's my mother. She's ate too much spaghetti again.
Yeah.
All right. So we've got Kate, and she busts the hacker. She works for the FBI. She's on his trail, and she's not supposed to go get him, but she does.
She does. She's a renegade.
Kate's a renegade.
She's a renegade church mouse.
Is she now?
Well, she's just mousy. She's very mousy.
Yeah, she is a little mousy. She looks like a librarian. She doesn't look like an FBI agent at all.
No.
So
she looks like a mailroom lady, maybe.
It's funny though,
a smart dressed mailroom lady.
She disguises herself, and I'm doing the air quote thing here, as a pizza person. She does
by having a pizza.
That's it.
That's it. She just looks like an FBI agent with a pizza. He comes, she knocks on the door, she's like, pizza. He's
Pizza's
like, oh, yeah.
here. Come on in.
Come on in.
He just tells her.
Cashes on the table. He's just an internationally wanted man. Yeah, come on in.
Come on in.
Cashes on the table, keep change.
Is this door not locked?
She's like, wow, you got some kind of setup here. And he's like, oh, yeah. Yeah. And then she asks him something else, but he's like, wait, you're into computers? And then she's like, yeah. Yeah, you know.
Like, I dabble.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I hack, but I hacked you punk bitch.
Oh.
And he's like, that'd be impossible, because somebody to hack me, they'd have to be smarter than me, and that's impossible. And she's like, well, guess what?
FBI, bitch.
Surprise, I'm not a pizza delivery person in a pantsuit.
Right.
I'm actually an FBI agent.
I'm actually an FBI agent.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew this. Shocker.
So he's like, no.
What?
She cuffs him, and then they see that the guy on the airplane, he...
So what happens is... Slade Craven, he performs his first song.
Mm-hmm.
He goes backstage, which is still in a plane.
Yeah.
The backstage of a plane.
In case you were wondering.
If you didn't know, we're still on the plane.
He didn't leave the plane.
He goes backstage. He gets taken out somehow.
I don't think they showed it.
I feel like they showed like someone pushing a gun into his back. Like, you're gonna fuck off.
Give me your face paint.
Give me your face paint. I'm Slade now.
Yep.
So someone took his spot. They come out. They perform the second song or something. Who cares?
I don't think they do. Yeah, because he's like, come on, man, it's time for words, bro. And he's like, words mean nothing.
Oh, that's right.
This gun means everything. But he doesn't actually say that. He goes, words mean nothing. This means something. And he holds up his pistol and everybody's like, oh, he's going to do another famous fake death. And he's like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
But he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Fucking kills the Is it the co-pilot?
Co-pilot.
Kills him cold-blooded. Co-pilot is killed cold. Co-pilot is killed cold-blooded.
Cold-blooded.
And, where are we at?
I don't know. They realize there's a problem.
They realize there's
a problem because a man is dead.
Right. And they're like, oh, shit.
This crazy guy's got a gun, and he's like, none of you move. He gets a hostage. There's a big demonic prophecy.
Right.
Yeah.
They talk about Kansas for a little bit.
They talk about Kansas for a while.
They don't like Kansas in this film, which, I mean.
Incredible Dutch actor, Rutger Hauer. He's there. He's a pilot. He's in on it.
Oh, yeah. He's a part of the
sexy
cult.
The sexy TV anchor lady, Monica Schneider.
She's a part of it.
She's a part. Yeah.
Big reveal.
They're in on it. Big reveal. Yeah.
They're part of the cult. FBI is on the case.
Yep. But FBI and hacker guy, maybe they got chemistry though.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. How many things in this movie was I like, this is gonna happen?
It did.
And then it happened.
I'm gonna say
3 or 4?
4.
Yeah, I was on it. I had this movie's fucking number.
You did. There were at least 4 things that you were like, hey Birdman, this is gonna happen. I was like, all right, I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah.
And fucking not like 5 minutes later on each thing, it happened.
Well, it was like
there might have been 4 or 5 things. I'm not gonna lie.
The will they, won't they about the hacker and the cop. I was like, you wait when
they're gonna hook up
when this is all over.
That was okay.
Yeah.
So that was in the beginning,
right?
You called that in the beginning with the hacker.
I was like, these two are they're gonna have a little.
They're gonna have a cheeky bit of fun.
A cheeky bit of fun.
And they did.
They did, yeah.
Oh, did they?
I love the way she's like, she calls her boss and she's like, I got him. And he's like, you fucking loose cannon, I told you not to. And she's like, yeah, but I did. And then he's not like, so where are you taking him? Or where are you?
Right.
Or, because she's just at his apartment.
That wasn't locked.
No, they're there for like...
Why wasn't his apartment locked?
They're there for like 6 hours.
Yeah.
And her commanding officer or whatever isn't like, so bring him in then if you got him.
Get the fuck in here.
Right. But she lets him go so he can help her
hack back into
back. They're doing a hack back.
They're doing a hack back.
And
not
then,
to be confused with a hatchback.
That's right. That's a different thing. So they do a hack back.
Mm-hmm. Back into the plane.
Back into the plane. So they can... And then they find out that there's 2 Craven...
2 Slades?
2 Slades.
2 Slades. That sounds like a...
2 Slades Craven.
That's awesome.
It's pretty good.
2 Slades is probably my next rap name.
2 Slades?
What'd you think about that random explosion?
Oh my God.
At the airport.
I thought it was really weird that they're like, what's going on there? And they're like, there's nothing going on here. And then the place is carpet bombed. It's like clearly carpet bombed. And then nobody says shit
about it.
That it wasn't the plane.
No.
Because it doesn't have bombs on it. And if it did, then they certainly didn't show or tell about like, hey, drop those bombs. Like that never happened.
I was so confused. What the
It just seemed like they were like, hey, this needs an explosion.
Can we have an explosion? Do we have the budget for that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dynamite's not that expensive.
Most of our budget is for that.
Right.
What do you think it was?
It's not for the cast. Boom.
Oh, got him.
Rutger Hauer owes me a favor. The rest of these people are on spring break.
He is in a lot of stuff, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Rutger Hauer, he's been at it for a fucking hot minute.
He kind of looks like Donald Trump in this.
He does. Yes, he does. What were you saying? It's going to be the best flight. Everybody's it's going to be
a great flight.
People are talking about it. You ask people, they'll tell you it's going to be a fantastic flight.
Everybody's talking about it.
That's really good. All right. So, you got all these fucking weirdos on this airplane, right?
Right.
And
everybody's a fucking weirdo, man.
It's so, like...
You have Satanists?
The main character choice is so weird in this because he's such a weird guy.
Yeah.
And then the guy that's like,
but
I'm gonna pretend I'm him, he's equally as weird.
But the main guy is not weird for the reasons that he should be.
Nope, he's not weird because he's...
Like, it's
weird, weird. It's just weird, like his persona, and then also the fact that he's like, I don't know if I can do this. Like landing an airplane. I've never had to do anything like this before. All right, Nick, talk me through it. Help me save these people's lives. He's laughing because that's spot on. It's why
exactly
it's funny.
What he sounds like.
It's exactly what he sounds like.
What if...
Time to do the hustle. Is that what he says?
What if the
every
guy
time they pull up someplace, he looks at his bandmates. He's like, "Let's do the hustle."
What if the guy that plays Slade was actually Michael Jackson?
That would have put off a whole different vibe. Whole different vibe to this whole movie, and it would have been creepier. Like it would have. It would have landed the thing that they were going for. They were like, let's just get kind of a creepy guy with no eyebrows, give him some creepy face paint, and have him do weird music.
Oh, man. This is a strange thing that exists.
Yeah. Who thought to take this angle and be like, you know what's fucking terrifying, you guys? Marilyn Manson. That scared the shit out of people. Also, plane hijacking, because it's the Turbulence franchise. I wonder what the other ones are like.
I don't know, but
Turbulence and Turbulence 2, Fear of Flying. That's what it's called.
Is it?
Yeah, I looked it up.
I know the second one has one of the guys that's in the third one. I can't remember, but I was looking at some of the trivia. A guy that's in the third one is in the second one, but he's a completely different character.
Huh, okay.
So there's that.
Well, that is turbulent. Turbulent news.
That it is.
That's we call that's trivia. It's just called trivia. It's just regular.
It's just regular trivia.
Yeah.
So yeah, like we said before, there's a cult, and they're from East Kansas, which is like the devil's butthole.
Can confirm.
Don't go to East Kansas.
No, man. If you lived your whole life and you're like, you know what? I've been everywhere there is to go in the United States. I've been to Canada. I've been to Mexico. I've been everywhere I can go without getting on a boat or a plane, except East Kansas. Just call it a day.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Skip it.
Nah.
You've seen enough.
Yeah, you have. You have. You have.
It's bullshit.
It is cool, though, that I can go all the way to East Kansas, stand on top of my car, and see my house.
That is pretty cool, Dan.
It is pretty cool. It's only a 6-hour drive.
It's only right. So the hacker somehow finds okay, so this hacker has some real magic throughout this entire film.
Hollywood magic.
He somehow finds the exact location of Slade Craven
in
the plane.
A living, breathing person.
In the plane.
Not a piece of technology.
He's like, okay, I'm dialing it in.
I'm dialing in his blood.
And I'm doing like a imagine if I'm doing like a keyboard click right now. Thank you. Oh, there he is. I have him. Are we in? We're in. All right.
yeah, man. He's fucking hacking it up. She's like, oh, do you have what was it? Do you have a voice scanning software? And he's like,
shit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course I do.
Like everybody's got that. Yeah, duh.
I wish he was like, it's 2001. What do you? Of course, I've got voice scanning software.
What do you think this is? 1998? 3 years prior.
That would be in our movie. That joke right there. What do you think this is? 1998? Oh man, that's awesome.
It's great to not see smartphones in movies though, like of this era when everybody had like the brick phone or a flip phone.
Yeah, for sure. It's different. I like it.
I think if I was ever to make a movie, I think it would be like flip phones only.
Breaking Bad style?
Breaking Bad style. Just burners, baby.
Burners all day.
Burners and turners.
Burners and
Or
turners,
there's people
baby.
that like got burner phones for no reason. Or like,
hey,
like I work in an office. If I was just on my way to an office, but I like real shady went to Walmart, threw my phone in the trash first, got another one, activated it in the parking lot
for no reason.
called Alicia, waited for her to call me back, and then said delete this number. It's just a regular every day for no reason.
That's
at
just
all.
your thing.
Yeah, you just
you
love burner phones. Like it's a little treat, you know. You get a new phone every week. It's exciting.
Oh man, just text random numbers.
Hard to get a hold of.
Delete this number,
right?
Or lose this. Not even delete this number. Lose this number.
Or else. Like, who the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this asshole want?
So they're doing more hacks. There's two Cravens. They're doing a fight, and they're like, no, you.
No, you.
No, you stop.
No, I'm the real Craven.
No, I love the devil.
There's a bit where Slade takes out the reporter lady. He gets to the cockpit. The pilot kills himself because he's a part of the cult. So at this point, Slade, we're back to the real Slade.
Right.
He's got to land the plane. And how's he going to do this?
With Nick in his ear hacking
It's funny.
the plane.
It's funny because he's talking to Nick, the hacker. He's talking to the FBI agent. He's like, I've got this. And he grabs a joystick. He's like, we're going to hack. Well, he doesn't say.
Yeah, he's like, we're going to hack the plane because he's got his own joystick. It's implied that he's going to fly the plane.
Which is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Right.
I love that part. I guess I did have I'm not going to lie. I guess I did have a lot of fun.
Dude, there's so
with
much
this.
stupid shit in here. There's so much.
There's a lot of
This was, man, 2001 was like an ambiguous, like, what is technology though?
Yeah.
Like everybody was kind of for it. If you weren't on like the breaking ground of it, you were kind of like, could they hack a plane? Probably.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people watched this on the day and were like,
oh, that's probably true.
Didn't even think about it. You know, we're like,
right.
Maintained that disillusion, I guess.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really think about that.
But I think hacking a plane is laughable. Present day style to just grab a joystick and imply that you're about to land a commercial jetliner.
I'm gonna hack into the mainframe
with a Walmart joystick. Circa 2001. Damn, you remember when you could buy a fat ass joystick at Walmart?
Oh yeah. Did we figure out what month this came out in 2001? Did it say the month?
You bet it did. It was May, baby.
Damn.
May 13th. Oh, I was like, it's March 11th. Not even close.
So this was before 9/11.
Oh, yeah. Pre 9/11. Maybe they were in on it.
Oh, conspiracy.
Sheeple. That's the conspiracy I'm going to hold on to the rest of my life. That the people who made Turbulence 3 heavy metal did 9/11.
I almost fell out of my chair. Woo! God damn, boy.
That's it.
That's awesome. All right. Oh, yeah. So we got the pilot. He kills himself. The hacker hacks into the plane so he can land it with his joystick.
Yep.
Everyone is on the phone all the time.
Yeah, with each other. Like, there's a bit where like a bunch of them are on the phone. Like four or five different characters are all on a cell phone. But it keeps jumping back and forth between, it's like, so how do phones work? Is this a 6-way call? Like they're all individually talking to different people that they aren't on the line with or haven't met. You know what I mean? Oh, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's very confusing. A lot about this movie is very confusing.
Oh. From
the sound design to the cast to the story to the character arcs. Like all of it is like, what the fuck? Where And the sad part is, I get what they're going for, though.
Oh, yeah.
I get it 110%. It just,
what the fuck was the writer thinking?
It's bad in a very great way.
So the hacker coaches Slade on how to land the plane through an actual fucking guy that knows how to fly planes.
An actual pilot.
There you go. That's the word.
That's the word, pilot. I'm pilot.
I'm a pilot.
A pilot. Yeah, so they're playing this weird, like... And then that guy's all of a sudden not on the phone or in the conversation anymore.
And I like how once Slade lands the plane, he yells, he's like, "We're down." That's the worst thing you could yell.
Right.
Once you've landed a
plane.
plane.
Technically he yells, "We're down."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said, "We're down." You said, "We're down." Made it. We're down, Nick.
Oh, I get it. You're doing a bit.
Yeah, and then he's like, "How do I talk to the people in the back?" And he's like, "This guy's the coolest. He's the coolest.
He's the best artist.
He wants to talk to the people in the back. Can you believe this guy?"
The button right where your thumb is. Just hit that and you can talk to everybody on the plane.
"Hey, everybody, this is your captain, Slade Craven speaking. We're stopping to fuel and we're going to we're going to jam. We're going to rock and roll." This dude's a fucking Muppet, man.
Yeah, he is. Like you said, plane lands. Slade wants to rock, baby. He wants to get this shit on the road. Even though, like,
but he is going to be tied up in litigation.
even though 4 people just died.
Right. There's corpses.
He's like, "Let's rock, baby." Or sorry, "Let's rock, baby.
It's time to rock and roll."
And this is the part that you called. Kate, the FBI agent, breaks out the handcuffs because she's gonna arrest the hacker.
And then verbatim
doesn't.
Takes her glasses off, takes her hair down, pops that shirt open, and he's like, "Whoa." And she's like, "I thought you were hungry. Get over here. Eat this pussy."
She doesn't say that, but she definitely said...
It's implied. She said it with her eyes.
No, she definitely said, "I thought you were hungry." She said that part.
Yep. Because he's like, "You want to celebrate with cold pizza?" And she's like, "No. We celebrate with hot puss."
Stop, dude.
That's what she said.
No, she didn't.
With her eyes, man.
Stop, dude.
With her eyes.
This is not Catwoman.
She said those things with her face.
That's it. I mean...
That's what happens.
That's what happens. That's the whole...
What would you do with this besides make it coherent? Besides make it a complete thought? Instead of an afterthought. I can tell you what I would do. Obviously, there's some casting choices.
Oh, yeah.
I would recast some stuff. I didn't pick anybody yet, but I would definitely recast some stuff. But instead of putting so much Slade Craven in this, I'm going to back that way off.
Okay. And
just make it more about like the weird cameraman and that girl that he was kind of into.
Okay.
That's a fine angle. Instead of this super weird guy. And him fighting another guy that looks just like him and sounds just like him, and they're both just very odd.
I don't know if I get that angle.
The cameraman and the girl, they go rogue hero. He goes like John McClane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Cameraman John McClane?
Work.
Because he's like, 4 years of film school for this bullshit. Just tired out on his own. He'd be like, "I fucking had it."
And he just goes off.
And he just fucking loses his shit.
So he's the hero.
Yeah, he goes. Maybe he gets captured. She rescues him. He saves the day. What I don't know. Make it a Die Hard on a plane. Okay, anything other than
what it is
than that guy. I mean, I appreciate it because they lean so hard into it, and it's so. I wonder if they were like, "This guy's weird lightning in a bottle. Just keep the camera rolling on him, baby. Let him say whatever he wants." And he's just like, "Yeah. I don't know.
Slade Craven.
I don't like being on this airplane. I can't just sit down here. I gotta do something.
We gotta land this puppy.
I gotta rock." They're going to get on the plane. So you got the lady. She's metal detector and all these punk rock kids, heavy metal kids, and I'm like, she's gonna get somebody on their crotch and it's gonna go off, and she's gonna be like, And they're gonna be like, and that
actually happened.
Yeah, she's
with
like,
Slade.
She's like, I don't need to ask you about that, do I? And he's like, you gotta give the people what they want.
He's not exaggerating.
No,
folks.
no, I'm
Just
sure
actually...
I'm not. You can watch this just for this guy, man. He's his own.
Oh,
it's a thing you have never seen before. It's kind of like watching The Room with Tommy Wiseau in it. You watch it just for the one weird guy that's in it, just to see how weird he is. I think it might be my next pick. We might do The Disaster Artist in The Room.
Haven't seen either.
I think you'd like The Disaster Artist.
All right.
Maybe not.
Maybe not.
It's about a bad movie.
A lot of things you've told me I would enjoy. I did not, but that's okay. Because we're two peas in a pod.
Well, we'd be not in the pod. We're just two peas on the same plant.
Because we're two peas, and we're just going to watch two movies.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
New intro for the show.
All right. How are we going to rate this?
I was going to say...
How do you want to rate it? If you had 10 747, if you had 10 thumbs that were 747?
What if you had 10 thumbs that were like posters that said, "Do me, Slade"?
Because there's a poster in the beginning at the airport.
Yeah,
that says
there's tens of fans there.
There's tens.
They're like, it's the biggest music event in history. There's like 25 people there.
Yeah, 25 of Slade's fans.
Yeah.
And one of them has a poster that says,
also the bit where this
Slade.
the guy that's producing this giant event that has 10 million people watching it live or whatever.
On the internet, Danny.
On the internet, he's in a very he's in like the producer's like studio or whatever.
Yeah. Oh,
and there's about 85 fucking seats in this room, and it's just him and one girl.
Z-Web TV.
Z-Web
That's
TV.
what it was called.
Nice.
Yeah, it's just two people running the whole show.
Yeah, the whole shebang.
So how do you want to rate this pig?
What
do you got? Did you say you had 10?
What
was it?
I didn't pick one. What do you want to do? You want to do boot guns? 10 boot gun
10
thumbs?
Boot guns?
10.
If you had 10 Slade Cravens.
What if you had 10 thumbs that were ZTV news anchors that were just wearing a coat and a bra? Just a jacket and a bra.
Oh, you did say one. It was if you had 10 thumbs that were just...
Do Me Slade? Do Me Slade posters?
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
I don't know.
What if you just had 10 Slade Craven, but just his face?
As your thumbs.
As your thumbs, and they would like, hey, everybody, let's hang out later.
You guys want to go on an adventure together?
Yeah, let's rock and roll.
You guys want to fly on a 747? And I'll
wipe your butthole more.
Maybe I'll land it later.
Yeah.
I like that. If you had 10 thumbs that were just Slade Craven's face. And if you don't know what the fuck we're talking about, just look up Slade Craven. You'll probably find it.
Yeah, you'll find it. He'll be the very distinguished looking gentleman.
Almost Sting-like.
Almost.
Sting from
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Not from
from wrestling.
Yeah. It's like not Sting. Not bad boy of music, Sting.
What do you think?
What if it was Sting as Slade Craven? It's just Sting, though, in the face paint.
The wrestler? That'd be awesome.
No.
The music. Sting as Slade Craven?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the one.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
I think that's a movie we can make.
It's a double sting. Two stingers.
A double sting.
Man,
how much fun did you have?
I had a lot of fun with this. Like, debatably, maybe one of the most fun movies we've watched on the show. I think I'm going to give it 9.5. This is knocking on the door.
That's high.
This is knocking on the door for ideal for me. If I have to spend this much time watching a movie that is bad, and I know that it's bad.
Right. My biggest problem with this is that there's a lot of filler. Like 25 minutes of filler.
Yeah.
And that's the reason I cannot go above 8. I'll give it an 8.
You give it an 8? That's high,
pretty
though.
good.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
because I did have a lot of fun with it. Like, I had a lot of fun making fun of it with you, but I think there was so much filler and a lot of teeth.
It's a lot of teeth.
There's a lot of teeth in this movie.
There's a lot of, maybe that's what that shot at the beginning is like, when they zoom in on the teeth and they're like, get ready for it, baby. This is what you're going to get.
You're going to see a lot of teeth in this movie.
A whole lot of teeth, baby.
A lot of just,
fucking got a lot of tooth, a lot of tooth action going on. Slade Craven, he's toothy. His other guy that also looks like Slade Craven and sounds like him also is super toothy. Turbulence.
Teethulent.
Heavy teeth. Turbulence 3, heavy teeth.
Lots of teeth.
Lots of teeth.
More teeth than there should be.
Teeth metal.
Teeth metal.
At least no one in this movie's had their wisdom teeth removed. Just too many teeth. Yeah, it is something else though, this thing.
What a bizarre film.
What would you do to improve upon it?
Or
is there anybody you would cast to get, like, because there's nobody's in this. Everybody that's in this is like a no name.
Well, no, not necessarily.
Oh yeah, it's not necessarily. Rutger Hauer and what's his name?
Yeah, Rutger Hauer and Joe Mantegna.
Joe Mantegna, yeah.
Those are the two names that I recognize. What if the only, like, Nick the Hacker looks like Josh Brolin?
Just get Josh Brolin
as the hacker, but that's the only thing that you change. But it's
that's
just Josh.
Just it.
It's just Josh Brolin doing the performance of his life for this movie. What if that was the only thing that you changed?
That'd make it better.
Or if you
But what if Slade Craven was also Josh Brolin? Because they're never in the same room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You could easily make it and be like, oh, you seem like a cool guy, Nick. And they'd be like, thanks to Josh Brolin, actually.
And the two people that you do know from this, the two most famous guys,
yeah,
they're not in it. It's just Josh Brolin.
Just Josh Brolin doing the two best roles of his life.
But the rest of the movie is just like C actors.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's pretty camp. This movie is, but some of the stuff about it, I'm like, I didn't hate it. They just needed a different director to go, hey, let's fix this lighting a bit.
Oh yeah,
you just more natural. Slap yourself around a little bit. Whatever you got to do. You seem a little tense. And we want to make this a regular, like, exchange like you would with a normal human person. And action.
Different time, though. 2001?
Yeah, very different time.
Leaned heavy into it. You know what I mean? A lot of films. And I feel like they're just like, we also have to lean heavy into everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Just that era, I guess. I don't know.
What a time to be alive, 2001.
Wouldn't know. I was born in 2002.
It was a simpler time. I was an infant. I'm curious what the best top Billboard songs were in 2001.
Not anything from this movie.
No, definitely not. Oh shit, you got some Destiny's Child, Jennifer Lopez.
Can I pee? Nickelback,
How You Remind Me. Yeah, just piss your pants. What do you think the best performing single of 2001 was? Think back to when you were in diapers. When you were a sperm cell in a nutsack.
2001, probably something by Destiny's Child.
Oh, they're on there. It's Hanging by a Moment by Lifehouse.
Oh my god.
Remember that fucking thing they never stopped playing?
Remember that stupid piece of shit? Well, boy bands were still a thing.
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, boy bands were. I
think
think boy bands are still a thing, though, aren't they?
Not really.
Really? Okay.
I'm not as like the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s.
Oh, that's when they were hot, baby.
Oh, fuck. They weren't just hot.
Fucking 98
they were on
degrees. Fire. Or 198 degrees or what? I don't remember.
98 degrees.
Okay. Got it the first time.
98 degrees was like the Dollar General of boy bands.
Right. Oh, were they? I don't know. I didn't listen to it.
Because it was like, I think it was like, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. Then it was like, 98 degrees. Maybe the Hanson brothers?
Maybe
I don't know.
Mboppin. No, that was when I was a little kid. Was Hanson?
Mbop?
I think so.
Mbop,
Dop, dop, do wop, do boo bop.
You in diapers for that?
I don't know. There's one thing I did forget to mention about the movie. There's a bit where there's a tussle on stage.
Uh-oh.
They're having a fight.
Yeah.
And a microphone wire
shit.
comes unplugged and it's like sparking like it's super dangerous. It's a nominal voltage of 0.001 volts to 0.01 volts. So
that
not like a live electric wire.
it's not a thing.
No, it's not like a 3-phase.
Wouldn't happen.
No, yeah, well, none of this would happen. Those 20 people wouldn't have showed up at the airport. None of this was going to happen, I'm afraid. Anyway, is that all for this? Was there
I think so, man.
Yeah, just Josh Brolin, huh? That's it.
That's just me being silly.
No,
like,
I
think that's funny to me. Like,
Yeah.
as if the only thing you changed was the hacker is now Josh Brolin and Slade Craven, and then the two guys that are well known, just make them not.
I wonder if this made any money. I mean, they made 2 other ones.
It's the third one though.
That's true.
There's no like, I can't find any information.
Who
as
fucking
far
cares?
as-
Do the other segment.
Hey, what you watching?
What you been watching, Bird? Farts? We've been watching those farts?
So, started rewatching Breaking Bad with
Okay.
Carrie
All right.
because she's never seen it. Love it. It's one of my favorite shows of forever, all time.
Okay.
What else? Still playing Immortals: Phoenix Rising.
I played a bit of that. I bought it at your recommendation, and I played it for like 3 or 4 hours, and then I haven't had a chance to sit down and play it again since then. But I was really enjoying it. I was like, this is fun. I get it.
It is fun. The combat's fun. It's a little bit of comedy that's cheeky.
Is it from the same studio that made like the Fable games? Because it's got that feel to it.
No, it's from Ubisoft, like
Okay.
Assassin's Creed, Far Cry.
Who did the Fable games?
It was an Xbox studio, I believe.
Lionhead Studios. Yeah. Well, anyway, the look and kind of cheeky nature of it really reminds me of that.
Okay.
Did you ever play those?
No, I never played the Fable games.
Man, they're really good and they hold up.
Do they?
Yeah.
Those are probably on PC at this point, right? I would think so because it's a Microsoft.
It's a Microsoft
product.
product. Yeah, I would imagine you can probably get it on PC.
I might check into that.
Yeah, they're really fun. The first one's a little more straightforward. The second one is just broader options, which I like.
Okay. I have been reading. I think I mentioned this the last time I was on. Well, the last week.
Mm-hmm.
Ghost Written by David Mitchell. Haven't made a whole lot of progress on that, but
I don't think you had mentioned that.
I
Seems
did.
like a new one. Okay.
Yeah, because I told you
I was pretty drunk by the time we were done.
Yeah, he also wrote Cloud Atlas.
Oh, okay, yeah.
We talked about it just for a bit.
Yeah, Cloud Assless, I remember.
Crowd Assless.
Crowd Assless. Just a bunch of people with no asses.
What about you, bro?
Speaking of assless.
What you been up to?
Speaking of assless, what a segue, ladies and gentlemen. I watched the movie Fresh with Sebastian Stan and Daisy Edgar Jones.
Okay.
And there's some other people in it, but essentially what happens is Sebastian Stan catfishes Daisy Edgar Jones, and then he captures her. And so this is a spoiler for this show, but he's kidnapping women and selling their meat.
Probably shouldn't have told me that because maybe I want to watch it.
Still watch it. That doesn't take anything away from it.
Okay.
It was kind of, there's a bit where you're like, ugh. But yeah, it was.
That looks like it's on Hulu.
It is on the Hulu.
I feel like Hulu's killing it.
Dude, Hulu
lately.
is crushing it, man.
Like-
Dude, there are so many good,
Just like hidden gems.
hour 20,
Hidden gems on
hour
Hulu.
20 little breezy ones. And we'll wind up covering I'm actually saving a bunch of them for summer break, specifically for that reason, because I'm like,
Okay.
they're an hour 20, hour 30, breezy comedy.
If it's something that you really like and you feel like would be perfect for summer break, and you think I would like it, I'm in.
So, okay, yeah, well, that'd be one of them. I think you would also like Save Yourselves, and
That's on my list.
And Little Monsters.
That also might be on my list.
It's got Lupita Nyong'o in it.
Okay, Little Monster.
And Josh Gad, who I'm also not a huge fan of Josh Gad, but I actually quite like him in that movie.
Little Monsters is a 1989
the other one.
Right.
With Kevin from Wonder Years?
With Fred Savage.
Yeah. So I couldn't remember his name.
And Howie Mandel. That's what we should
yeah.
do. If you want to do Little Monsters, we could do
also Little Monsters. Yeah, that's a lock right there. We're doing that.
That'd be fun. Both streaming. All right, what else you been up to there, brother?
I've been spending a lot of time in the studio this week and have not got a lot of stuff done. It's been kind of a slow week. I tried to finish Pam and Tommy, but I fell asleep.
It's not good.
Sleepy baby.
Just a sleepy little Danny baby.
Sleepy little Danny baby. Yeah, man, honestly, I think that's it. I think that's all I've been up to. I did play a little bit of Diablo 2, just playing with Justin, who's on the show, last weekend. So that's happened since last time we recorded.
Right.
I watched I did watch the new season of Big Mouth.
Okay.
Which I enjoyed. I mean, I know you're not crazy about Nick Kroll.
Not a fan.
He does some like voice acting characters that took me a minute to get past it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's a very unusual subject matter for a comedy cartoon show. And I find it to just be increasingly the more of it I watch, the more of it I like it. It just it's got good angles and good comedy. And yeah, I also am not crazy about Nick Kroll. He does make like 2 appearances in the show that I kind of hate. Not because I just am like so opposed to seeing him in a thing. I'm just like, well, this is low-hanging fruit, isn't it?
That's kind of how I feel about him and his style of comedy. It's like, oh, that's just easy.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't care. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just not my cup of tea, but
look,
that's just me.
Look, I love a dick and fart joke. I mean, like most of my life is a big dick and fart joke. But there's if you're doing jokes off the cuff and you're throwing out good dick and fart jokes, great. I will laugh at that. That's funny because I know it's off the cuff. This is a written, produced, and scripted TV show. The low-hanging stuff, you have a writer's room and a writer's table, and it just, at the point that you made this thing into a big production, some of that stuff does kind of seem a little lazy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not meant to come across that way. Some of it is very, very smart and very funny. And yeah, I guess that's what kept me holding on because I watched all of it. Watched all the Big Mouth.
Did you ever watch The League?
I did not.
See, because I liked The League, but even in that show, I did not like him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just something about him just rubs me the wrong way.
Right.
Don't know what it is.
He's a real Craven.
He's a real
Craven Steel.
He's a real Les Craven.
Les Craven?
I don't know.
That's a little much. Let's have Les Craven. Thank you.
I'd like to have Les Craven on my plate.
Yeah. God damn it, that's a good joke. We should have put that in while we were talking about him. What's his name? The guy's name?
Let's see here. What do we got? I love how we already forgot.
What's this movie about? Slade Craven.
Slade Craven. All right, man. You want to go hang out in your shower or what?
Yeah, let's go.
You guys aren't going to start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's call that gold talk for a one-eyed Batman.
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
We're Jedi, Bob. We don't fight with guns. We fight with our mind.
Cousin, businesses are booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
The hills are alive with the sound of metal.